Okay, see how this is working. This is unreal. I'm sending a thing to StreamYard right now. Someone tried to call me and the camera or the interface. Just build it back up. Interface quit working. Okay. All right, I got 200. Now I got 2. Oh, anyways, whatever. It's just so frustrating. I just don't understand why it did that. Whatever. Anyhow, hi. Yeah. Hi, Caleb. Hi, Ada. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Tell you can't deny phone calls on that darn thing and have it keep working. So there. Hey, folks, here, I'll show you something. While we're waiting for everybody, yeah, it happens. Oh, there, I got to go the wrong way to head the right way. See, here, folks, I'll show you something I'm really proud of. Oh, I'm climbing up on a stool. There he is. That's Brutimus. He's 11-point buck. He's in the Pope and Young record books. I shot him with a bow, and it was just a tremendously proud moment in my life. And there we go. Look at that. Grandma's gotcha. Can't hide for long. Oh, man. Anyways, that's how that goes. But, yeah. 13. Look at that. We're back up to 13. All right. Smash the like again, folks. Thanks, Independent Mini. You're the best. Seriously. Hey, folks, Independent Mini has a channel. She'll probably post that in there. And what now? Oh, really? Illinois? They've got some monster bucks running around Illinois. Monster bucks. Okay, let me see. I got to pull something back up here. And look at that. Oh, gosh. I started another live. Go to my channel. All right. Okay, let's see. Here, let's see if I can get them a link. See, just thanks, folks. I got to try and get a link. These folks, let's see. Right here and see if I can get them a link. Right here. See, just thanks. And then I got to go back to let's see. No, it's not. I tell you, this is driving me nuts today. All right, let's see if I can get this to let them know that why doesn't it have, okay, okay. New stream. Okay. I'm just trying to solve this. All right. Okay. All right. There, I've got that done as best I can. And they're all just chatting on the previous stream. Oh, it's classic. Anyways. Yeah. Oh, yes, it lies beneath. I am on my lumberjack logic, so I won't be discussing those issues. I'm going to appeal it. I'm going to appeal it because I was quoting Bram Resnick, who was talking about conspiracy and all that. So, oh gosh. Anyways, you know, you can't even mock the mainstream these days because that's somehow bad. Smash that like again, folks, please. Okay. Let me just see. See, I'm going to get this up. There we go. Anyhow, so that's Prophets of Baal. Exactly. Oh, anyhow, what was I going to get into as well? So I was talking, I think I was on the part where I was talking about my banker friend who was going to come on, and I was talking about roots and branches. So, the issue that I mainly talk on my other channel about is a branch, okay? But the main root is this globalism and the Great Reset, okay? Judge Anita had turned off, made me sick. Really? What happened there, Amanda? I just saw your comment. I'm sorry. My channel's frozen. It shouldn't be. I mean, I could see myself just rolling just fine here. Is it still frozen? I'm just talking about butterflies and unicorns. I know, right? Yeah, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Sing Big Tech sucks and post the news on the chat. We have to come up with ways to fight the digital war, okay? So anyhow, because that's what it is. That's what it is. That's just what it is. That's what we're in, okay? Okay, thanks, Amanda. Thanks for letting me know. All right, so here's the deal. I believe that there is a rich cabal of folks trying to run the world. Now, I don't believe that's even a conspiracy. I think it's pretty out there in the open, folks. It's foreign to me because I just want to go hunt elk and deer and live my life and, meet great people, talk about Jesus, talk about hunting, fishing, things like that. But thank you. My ears can see, my eyes can you? All right. Use flashcards. That's true, but I think one of the things that happens too, folks, it's not strictly AI. Do you know what's happening out there? Is that butterflies in unicorn? Oh gosh. Oh, Rev JTL comes up with some of the funniest stuff. I mean, but the problem with just like holding up cards or doing those types of things is that you have these trolls, and they run around. They're just little narcissist narcs, and they just run around reporting everything. Oh, they're talking the way I don't want them to. So that's a part of it as well, and and it's kind of humorous to me in a way, while not being humorous. These people are just such losers. They don't have anything better to do with their life. The answer, Pull of Tears, is yes. I don't know if I can say. I don't know if Locals has a live option. I just don't know. It's a great question. Hey, smash that like, folks. We just dropped a lot of people off the stream here when we did this. Had to change. Sorry, I guess something itches on my back, but yeah. I mean, so you got these people. They just hide around in mommy's basement. They're just liberals. They just got nothing better to do with their life, and then they do that. But I have had many human reviews now of my videos on the other channel, and they've come back, and so this video I am going to run that in too, because I was actually quoting the whole conspiracy theory thing, was actually quoting somebody in the mainstream media. So I just didn't get this one at all. So hi, Nancy from Ohio. So I actually worked in Ohio for a time. So yeah, gosh, I love your folks' comments. You can go live on Foxhole. I don't even know what Foxhole is. Like I said, I'll post to the other channels. But so the bottom line, I gotta get back to this banker thing. I get too distracted by your comments because you people are awesome, and I love reading them, and you're insightful, and you have great things to say. You really do, and so I thank you for that. I'm gonna smash the like myself. There, I just smashed the like. Woo! This thing, it's amazing when those likes start getting hit, folks, how much more reach this gets immediately. It's wild. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that, but as the likes climb, the distribution climbs so much on these streams, it's just wild, okay? I did put a link over there on the other one. So they've got a link if they look in the comments. Yes, you're right, it lies beneath. I do need to do that. So I do need to get the email thing going. And we had to be smart about how we fight that. If we're going to, nothing new on my bear. The bear he left. I think the bear had experience with electric fences before and didn't want to get zapped again. So, but I am trying, folks. So, here's the thing. I mean, basically I kind of mentioned on the other stream, and I thank you so much for the donations. I finally got monetized on the other channel, and then I made a few $100 and whatever. But it's tough because here's the real kicker. Here's where it really goes. Is if you want to build this into something bigger as a media company, right? You have to have a platform to distribute from. Now, in addition, you need tools. You need to actually have your own website so you can capture emails like all you people are telling me. And so, but to do that takes an investment of capital. Well, it's tough to invest the capital until you have something coming in. Does that make sense? So for those who have done business, and it's tough to build a business plan, and I think this is their plan, right? It's tough to build a business plan and say, oh yeah, I'll have this revenue to create this enterprise when your revenue keeps getting jerked out from underneath you. And so I'll give you some ways in which they do this. So one is they withheld monetizing the channel for over a month, okay? Well, at that point, it had 1.5 million views, let's say. So if those had been monetized, then of course you would have had enough money. You say, okay, I'm going to take that and reseed that capital into my business and build a website and do some other things. And I've got this great idea that I really want to move forward with, but I need to raise capital for it. So anyhow, but then the other way they do it is, so let's say, like I've combated. I said, look, why is this one on limited monetization, right? I go back and I contest that, and I could show you the emails here. I mean, I've won all of those that I've contested so far, and then they put it up for actual full monetization. But at that point, most of the views have already happened. Make sense? I think y'all get that, right? So you've got, I'm a country girl. I do have a PayPal link. It's on there. That's how I've actually, like I said, I raised a couple $1,000s through a PayPal link, and my other channel is still up. It's still up. I just can't do anything on it for a week. Okay. And that link is over there. It's, and I know Independent Many keeps posting that link for folks. Some people say it's broken, but I've tried it and it just brings me right to it. So I don't know why it's not working for some people and is for others. But so did he say he's a country girl? That's hilarious, Maggie. You're okay. See, so I can't get distracted. But that's how it works, right? So if you're doing this as a business and you're going to then make business type investments in it and then build that up, you need to be able to count on a revenue stream. And so that's one of the ways that it really does work to suppress people who do that type of news, because if you suppress the revenue, you can suppress their reach because they can't build a business plan around it, and then they can't put together the tools to do the things like the, get a website that captures emails and so on, because all that takes expense. So anyways, thank you, Caleb. If you want to file and save all his videos to the file, then you can just let it play while you sleep. Yeah, that's true. And it is like I say, some of those recent ones are still monetized. They sit over there on the other channel. This channel has 200 watch hours, and it will qualify for monetization. But I've got to get another 200 watch hours in on this one. But and even if this funded that, I wouldn't care. That's fine with me. But use YouTube for intro, then leave a link for your site. And those are all great ideas. I will guarantee you, though, folks, I have done that. Actually, I did that early on with a video, and then I had people, run over and look at the other video on Rumble. But I could tell you that it was 1/4 of the people who actually went over to Rumble to see it. So again, all those are good ideas, but I'm just talking from a numerical standpoint, what works and doesn't work. Okay. That's just how that works. I've run this. What happens if we just share your videos on our channel? Amanda, if you want to do that, you can knock yourself out. I'm fine with that. I guess it's copyrighted. You'd need permission because by virtue of doing a show, it becomes copyrighted because it's your material. I do like the live chat as well, Pool of Tears. So those are just things. Don't worry. I sit there and I think about this stuff, like how do we do it? And we can continue to fight. I'm trying to figure out how to fight and still maintain the same reach. Does that make sense? So, because it's all about reach. And the sudden focus on the 20s Tulsa to stoke up strife. Yeah. Yeah, no, American freedom, God's great. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Smash that like if you haven't already, folks. I smashed it as well. I liked my own video. That's what I do. I could. I know that's probably why Marcus is calling. Probably wants to do a live with me or something. I totally get it, Amanda. Yeah, just getting the news out there. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there's copyright laws. I would not press a copyright claim against you, Amanda, so that would work to get the news out. So that can be fine. And let's see what else. Biden's had 3 speeches in the last couple of days, and they've all just been a joke. He can't get an audience, and he's the president. He's the president, and he can't get an audience. Anyways, whatever. So, tell us which ones you have a battle with so you can rewatch them. I can do that while I'm working. Just let it play. It lies beneath. So I guess if you want to just let some play, it would be any in the last week over there would all be monetized. This one, I just need to get a couple hundred more watch hours. So if you folks want to, watch over here and whatnot, that'd be great. And then I can get this one up, and then whatever. I don't get as many views over here, obviously. I know the news you folks want. I get it. But this one is really, I really want this channel to be more about some of the things that I'm interested in outside of the political realm, which is hunting, fishing, off-grid living, independent living, homesteading. I built my home myself over 2 years. And I'll tell you, it was hard. We lived in a camper trailer, folks, 32 foot from tongue to bumper. I have 7 kids, but at that time I had 6 kids. So if you can just imagine, and this is Minnesota. Now, we had a place to rent in the winter, but we could not get in there until after deer season, which is mid-November. It's so cold up here with the heat on, the walls would sweat in that camper. Water would just be running down the walls because it would be so cold and there's not enough insulation in the camper. When it would rain, you were cooped up inside this 32 foot, that's tongue to bumper camper, not 32 foot interior. That's tongue to bumper. Okay. Pool of Tears. Yeah. Think of the memories. I will tell you this. some of the memories were not all good. I mean, there was friction like you would not believe. When we went through the financial crisis, I was working for a company that serviced real estate, the real estate sector. And I did pretty well there. And then what happened was that went away. And then my income was cut by 2/3. So I was making 1/3. So I had to actually initiate a short sale on my home down by the Twin Cities and then get up here and get building. And I mean, I wanted to torch this place. There were times I literally wanted to torch this home that I was building. I was so frustrated. And I kept soldiering on and soldiering on. And I remember there were some miracle moments. Here, in fact, I'll give you a total miracle. I'll give you 2. I'll give you 3. Okay, I mean, because they're just popping in my head right now. One, I was up here all by myself. And I mean, I was hurting. My family was gone. My wife had moved back to the Twin Cities to live with their mom. And I was up here all alone. And people, I love my kids. I mean, my whole life, I would not go on hunting trips with other guys. I didn't do all that. I just wanted to take my kids places. So I would go hunting with my kids. I would do things with my kids, but I didn't do all that other stuff, okay? And when my kids were gone from me for 6 months, there were times I did not think life was worth living. I won't even get into the darkest days of it. But I remember one day I was up here, I was working on the second floor of my house. And I was all by myself. There were people who came out and helped, but I was all by myself. And I just love eagles, okay? And I was talking with the Lord, and all of a sudden, he just brought this eagle right in over my head. And you could say that's coincidence. You could say it's a lot of things. But I'm telling you, it wasn't for me. And when that happened, it just kind of lifted me a little. And there were certain songs that I had on like constant repeat, just trying to get through days of putting up drywall in this home all by myself. It sucked. I'm just going to tell you. I mean, some of it now, can I look back on it? Am I better for it and all that? Yeah. But I'm telling you, going through it, there were moments where it was really freaking hard. Okay. Then I'll give you another wild thing. So my friend calls me one day, my friend Glenn, and there was somebody who had advertised, I think it was in the Star Tribune or Craigslist down in the cities. It was Craigslist down in the cities. I live in the middle of nowhere, folks. But someone right up here in the middle of nowhere needed a place to put their camper trailers. And they were going to rent space for it. Well, I actually leased them 40 acres for deer hunting and for putting their campers up. It saved me, okay? I'm not kidding. So he needed that for a year. And then, but not only that, it turned out that his wife owns some Taco John's down in the cities. And she really liked photography and art. And all of a sudden, she buys $500 worth of photography and books from me and then hires me to do a photo shoot and buys all these canvases of her family. Folks, it amounted to right around $3,000. It gave me the money. I kept just plowing ahead without the money, just praying about it and hoping the money would come in, and there it showed up. And then what's really crazy is I'd had people ask, would you come out and shoot pictures? And I never knew what to tell them for price or anything. I didn't know what it was worth, okay? And so I was down at an art show in Brainerd, and the art show isn't even big, and it wasn't all that good. And all of a sudden, this business comes up to me and orders a case of books from me, okay, a full case, okay? So I sold a case of books. But then a gal walks into my booth, and they're looking at all my pictures, and then one comes up to me and they say to me this. I'll never forget this moment. She comes in, she's got her daughter, and she goes, her daughter comes up to me and says, my mom really likes your photography. She thinks it's amazing, but we really want something. Again, I am down to my last. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to buy the next round of drywall. I've got no freaking money, folks. I've got nothing, okay? And I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. I got the drywallers, putting up stuff, and I just keep going. Yeah, we're just gonna keep going ahead. I'm just walking in faith, okay? Because faith without works is dead. And she goes, I really love this, but we want stuff of our own place. Have you ever come out? And I'd had two other people ask me this, and I never known what to tell them for a price. And she said, would you just be willing to come out and shoot photos of our place and get some really nice stuff to make big prints of? And I just gave her a price of $500. $500. And they owned a business, and they were like, yeah, that sounds reasonable. And I was like, oh, really? That sounds reasonable. Okay, go on. And then I go out there, and they order $3,000 worth of artwork from me, folks. It was $3,000 is what I needed. So it was miraculous, okay? There's more stories, folks. I had this guy, Leonard Bray. Gosh, I love Leonard Bray. He went to our church, and Leonard, he didn't even have to be here, and he just kept showing up every day. He just kept showing up, and he would ask me questions. He would check in with me like I was the boss man or something and say, hey, Neil, I can't. I'm like, Leonard, you don't even have to be here. And I said, you don't even have to be here, okay? You don't. And he goes, Neil, God just keeps telling me to show up at your place. His companionship and his friendship, camaraderie, and his constant help, I can't even describe what it meant. I got a friend, Dean Bittner, who owned a septic company, who came up here, drove all the way up here from the Twin Cities when gas was so expensive, charged me like for a normal septic system. But then he stuck around with other equipment and helped me build the house on the weekends. 2 weekends he came up, and he even hauled up with his big dump truck a lift unit so we could work on the roof and the siding up high. Folks, I can give you miracle after miracle after miracle. There is a God in heaven. I'm telling you, without a doubt. I kept praying to him, and he just, Hi, Shamrock. Yeah, well, I'm back over here, but I'm not back over there, so we had a stream go down. I don't know. But anyways, those are just some miraculous stories from building this house. And I just kept praying, and God kept showing up in spite of everything. I mean, and folks, I am so flawed. You just don't even know how flawed I am as a person. And he just kept showing up for me. He just kept showing up. I would doubt, when people talk about having perfect faith, and then like if things aren't going in your faith in this, I just sometimes I get so sick of the judgment in the church. Just ticks me off, because I know people who have had stronger faith who have then had to go through more. I mean, there's no, God works with everybody individually, okay? And this has been good for me, folks. This has been good for me. So thanks for being, thanks for listening, whatever. So anyways, this house, I built it with cash as I went along. I did not want to have a loan anymore because of what we went through with the financial crisis, and then so that's why, going back to what I was talking about before with globalism, the reset, and what I think is really afoot, and the events that I talk about on my other channel were just a part of that, okay? It's like a branch, but the real root is bigger, folks. And that's something that I want to get into. I've got that banker who's going to come on. And like I say, he's got all these reports that he pays, all this money for, and it's really good. But going back to the whole car thing, when we were talking about on the other channel, right? And the Corvette costing, sorry, I get lost in the comments, so I'm going to look right at the screen. Okay, but the Corvette that was $6,000 on that Price is Right. And then they had one which was a trip to Spain, a new car. No, it was a trip to Las Vegas, a new car, and $500 in silver dollars. And that went for just over $3,000, folks. $3,000. Just the silver dollars alone today would be worth how much? They're worth somewhere around $30 an ounce. A silver dollar would go for somewhere right in the neighborhood of $25. Okay, $12,500 just for the silver dollar. That new car today will go for about $30,000. Now we're at $42,500. And then the trip would be another few $1,000s. So from $3,000 to $45,000, inflation has eroded our wealth. Okay, so that right there, and this whole globalism and financial reset stuff, folks, we need to talk about it because it's huge, and it's why everything else that's troubling you is going on. And we need to know how to prepare for the days ahead because we don't know how they're going to turn out. You know, I know a lot of people talk, oh, well, this prophet said this prophet. I don't know which prophet is real and which isn't, okay? So I'm not basing it on that. Neil, email, can go live on two big channels today, Liberty Warrior Nation. Okay, Craig, all right. Let me just see here. Hold on a sec here, Craig. Folks, I just saw a comment, probably supposed to see it. Let me see. And I gotta write this down quick. Okay, wait. Yeah, just stick with the Bible is right. Cam Coy 7-2 and okay. Okay, and there. All right, I sent it to you. All right, so that's the thing. There is the global reset and all of that is so huge. And so I'm going to import some other videos over here that I had posted long ago on my other channel that are really important. And it's with this banker who I'm going to have on a live stream. If you could, folks, encourage people to subscribe over here because that is the information. I'm going to cover that over here. Yeah, I just need that over here. So I am going to be working on getting him on, but I'm going to import some videos over here so you guys can get a handle of this guy. He's absolutely one of my top 5 friends. And he's done very well in life. He does not trust the banking system at all, and he's a banker, okay? So he's a really awesome guy. And, Voodoo, actually, no, I'm going to address this real quick. So prophets are Old Testament. No, that's not necessarily the case. I mean, most of the prophets that we had were Old Testament, but actually John was a prophet in the New Testament because as he wrote the book of Revelation and so on, and then other prophecies from other New Testament authors. Paul was a prophet as well. James Dobson was a prophet when he told us that DOMA would not be enough if we did not pass a federal marriage amendment. So prophets do exist today. I just want to make that clear. The problem is everybody wants to think they're a prophet. They're also in the New Testament. It talks about the different apostolic gifts, prophecy being one of those. So again, that's a big deal. I want to make sure that there are. It's just, beware the money lenders. That's biblical, okay? So we do have, and so yeah, we do have modern day prophets, and there will be more to come because it talks about in the last days that there's going to be more. So is there several teachers, pastors, and they think we're in the end times. Okay, so that's another thing I really want to get into, folks, and I'll get into that on my Neil of the North. That's not going to be as much of a lumberjack logic issue, okay? So please, I encourage the other folks you know to subscribe over here, okay? Oh wow, we're up to 25. Thanks. I didn't even know. I don't trust. I got to put this up too. I don't trust a lot of them either, Maggie. Seriously, there are so many flakes out there. I got it. So Yeah, here's the fivefold ministry. Thank you. Apostles, evangelists, prophets, teachers, pastors. Okay. So that's a real thing. So there are prophets out there, voodoo crap, but there's so many false ones that I get it, man. It's so hard to believe anything anymore. It's so hard to trust anything. It's so frustrating, and that's why it's like it's this big psyop to get us to not to trust anything. It's so frustrating. Thank you for subscribing. Wow, look at this. I'm picking up subscribers. You guys are so great. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yes, the leak. I'm just throwing this up. This is probably yes. Yes. Oh my gosh, folks. If you guys haven't seen this, this is some of the biggest news. I think I have to cover that on Lumberjack Logic, okay? But it is totally true that these emails of his are getting leaked, and it is amazing, folks. If you haven't seen this stuff coming out, he tells you clearly that don't work. Don't work. But I thought he was one mask, two mask, red mask, blue mask. And that's, oh, folks, if you hadn't seen that, it is amazing. We don't have any idea, and it is different than our time. And I have this feeling, folks, that we're gonna come back for a time. It's like these shots across the bow, and it's like people get ready, and he keeps sending us warnings, and he's like, people, come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, come to me. I will give you rest. And I believe he just keeps calling, and he keeps calling us into home. And I think he's waiting to get us back. Okay. If you'll be close to your, with everyone in the group. So folks, I'll keep this going. Yeah. Cause we got to get to the 2,000 watch hours. So you folks are really helping out, or not 2,000, 4,000 watch hours. So, yeah, and this is getting all kinds of press right now from the right people. That just gave me from the right people. Anyways, but the other folks don't want to cover it at all, right? But it's there. It's real news. It's right there in the emails. Oh gosh. It's nuts, man. You folks are awesome. They're worth to listen to enlighten the soul, to keep your eyes wide open to what's going on in the world and bring us closer to God. Yes, it's just some of them are false. Let's see what else. Definitely reaching out to us, okay, folks? And people, there are so many good people who do not know the Lord. They really don't, okay? And I'm going to tell you, just showing up at church doesn't mean you know the Lord. It involves a relationship with Jesus. You have to reach out to him for salvation, okay? And then walk in his ways, walk in his truth, okay? Have a heart bent towards him. Those who justify their sin and continue justifying it are not walking towards him, all right? Yeah, here we go. Come unto me, all you are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon and learn from me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. Okay, good night. Look at you people lighting up the chat too. Thanks. Hi, Samantha. Look at this. Oh my gosh, I love it that some of you folks are on over here. So, yeah, totally. Gosh, I don't know. Anyways, let me go. Yeah, no joke. Yeah, we've got should not be a burden to be weary. That also goes for the money grabbers. Yes. Oh my gosh. Alan West, that's funny. Alan West was awesome. I love that guy. And yeah. Evil will prevail against good. Yeah. you know, folks, the rain falls on both the righteous and the wicked. Okay. So it doesn't always go as we plan. It doesn't always go as we want. And if we're at the end times, folks, I want you to know something. It's a glorious time to be alive. Because if you can experience that, it's one of the greatest events in history. I'm gonna put up a smash that like and please subscribe, folks. Share this around with folks too to help this channel, because I'll be talking more of this type of stuff over here. And once my other one's back up, I will be right back on it. God darn it. And there's not, I don't have a lot of quit in me, folks. I really don't. And I've always rebelled against what I feel was wrong authority, because the true authority comes from God and the Constitution in the U.S. Okay. That's where true authority comes from. And, yeah. What is CanCon on here? I didn't, CanCon, that's cool. Where did I'm sorry, I got distracted just a little bit by the chat. Is CanCon on here? I didn't see him on, but maybe I just didn't see it. Is he on? Or was somebody just talking about something? Okay. Oh yeah, I'm telling you, when I saw that today, the Marcus D, I think, did a good segment on Fauci as well. I mean, hey, look at that, we're at 222, works in numbers of 3. All right, so let's see. I'm a new friend. How north? Are you talking to me? I'm up by Hibbing, Minnesota, Oliver. I'm pretty far up north. Look at that. We're up to 236. I cannot believe this. This has got to be you folks, because there's no way I'd have 236 people on a stream over here without it being you. There's no way. It just wouldn't happen. This has got to be just you folks smashing likes and sharing this out. Hey, Matt. Do you know, folks, Matt, what number were you? Were you my 36th subscriber or something like this? Matt was early on, folks. Okay, early on. He was absolutely one of the first. Oh, you see 260? We're up to 260 over here? Oh my gosh. I'm in the North Ozarks. That's hardly north. Oh my gosh. Stop believing so fast and stay on your channel and speak from the heart. Stop believing so fast. I don't know what that means. You're new? Look at this. Thanks. I love red. That's awesome. Look at this. Where's Matt? I want him to chime in with his number. I'm serious. He was like number 36 or something. North Colorado isn't north either. When you live up in Hibbing, Minnesota, you're north, folks. If any of the mods are on here, seriously, if there's any trolls on here, just bash them right now. Just seriously, just totally anything you see trolling, kind of just bash it, please. Thank you. And Independent Many, if you can just post, I see you post Populist Revolt. Thank you. Any other links? Oh wow. So I love Red. Are you from Pakistan? I'm curious. You could give us some great news. Yeah, seriously, whack a troll. So feel free to. I know I've got some mods on here, so just I'm just no tolerance anymore for them. Please smash that like. So yeah, just cleans up chat and works nicely. Somebody said one time, "Oh, just let them." No, I'm just done with that whole game. Oh, hey, check this out, folks. Woo! Check out the shirt. Yeah, my kid just got me that, and I gotta get that video up. But I'm not gonna post my hog hunting video until I have enough the watch hours and it gets monetized, because that video I think could do fairly well. It's going to take some time to edit it. Somebody's stop leaving. Here we go. Okay, thanks. So fast. Your channel will grow if you just speak from your heart. Hey, thanks. It's hard. I mean, with live streams, I don't know how this all works sometimes, but sometimes I think I talk too long and whatever. And then, some people are like, I don't have time for 2-hour videos, which I get. No one has to watch anything of mine. So, but what I'm going to do on this stuff about the globalism and the financial games they're playing, because see, folks, I believe social issues are very important. So I don't want you to take this wrong. But while we watch social issues, and what they do is they use social issues to stir things up, okay? So they come up with critical race theory, and it's always some new thing to chase down, and it is very important. Again, I'm not saying that, okay? Please, I am not saying that this stuff is not important. Don't take this wrong. But while we're doing that, what they're doing is working to further control the monetary supply and subjugate the population, okay? That is huge, and I want you to know that. So that's why it's so important. I'm going to have that banker on, folks. We are going to get into all of this with amazing reports that he's got in the different ways in which they're fudging the numbers to create false narratives surrounding the economics, okay? But they are totally trying to divide us, and they are trying to use social issues to do it while they then assert their power and control, okay? And I do that, America Freedom. Yeah, the current events and then live stream. But what I'm going to do with his, because we're going to go on a live stream for a couple hours, but I'm going to break it up into 8 modules. So we're going to cover things like the, I cannot remember that word. Is it hysteretics? No, it's some word they use. They basically do crazy math to take and drop down the inflation numbers by saying that Corvette that you bought would then be more technologically advanced, so it's really worth more. And then the TVs that used to cost more now cost less. But the problem is you can't eat a TV. So the things that really are driving the inflation and things that you actually have to pay for without choice, be it healthcare, be it food, be it fuel, they factor those things out of inflation. Then they take these durable goods and then they say that they're actually worth more now. And then they depress those numbers. So they say that actually inflation is only 2% when our purchasing power has gone down 17% already this year. And so they're playing these games and then they're driving this up. So the economics is what they're trying to control, because economics is a tool to subjugate us. Because folks, how many people were doing this, wearing this, just so they could keep their job? And they would always tell me, I don't want to wear this, okay, because I want to keep my job. And they would just keep going on about how they would get fired. But folks, if everybody just went like this, nobody would get canned because they couldn't do it. I would have people managing gas stations telling me they couldn't do this or they couldn't do this. They had to do this because otherwise they'd get their butts canned. Folks, no gas station was having enough people lining up to get a job if all the people at that gas station left. Okay, so I don't care if it's Quick Trip, Holiday, whatever it is. If all those people said, no, I'm not going to wear it, you can can me, they couldn't can them all because they'd have to close down the next day. And that's what we need, is some unity in this country. God darn it. Conservatives, we need to act united, okay? And tell them to kiss off. Because there's no way, if we organized, even in these small businesses, or small units, that they could get enough people in to fill those positions. Because guess what? The commies don't want to work anyhow. The poor commies don't want to work, and the other commies are simply controlling the whole monetary supply, trying to keep you in your place. Anyways, I got a little bit jacked up, okay? But I'm telling you, it's true. If we can simply unite around these issues, and if we are willing to strike by making them fire us, it doesn't matter. Now, I know I work independently, but I tell you what, folks wanted me to wear a mask at their business, and I told them no. And might I have lost jobs because of it? Possibly. But they're going to have to take me as I am, because my work is good enough, and it stands on itself, okay? And if they want me to do the work, I'm not wearing the mask. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. One mask, two masks, red mask, blue mask. Fauci. Anyways, yeah. Hey, folks, Independent Many, thank you for sharing this, folks. My photography and videography channel, and that's there. That is with a partner. So, no, it's not. Okay, yeah. And if you like that stuff, please subscribe over there. I mean, if you just don't have interest in that, don't feel you need to. Okay, but let me see. She's always got. There's a march on Trenton, New Jersey. Look at that. Please go. Yeah. What? Holy cats! Are you serious? 26. Okay, folks. Do you know that in Iowa, corporations cannot buy farmland? So Bill Gates hides everything under corporations. Whatever states he's doing this in, and I think it's like Oklahoma and Kansas, you guys need to contact your legislators. There's no way corporations should own land like that, farmland. No way, no how. Don't let them do it. Because then corporations become foreign interests that then control our food supply. If you think things are unsecure now, just watch how unsecure they get when they control our food supply, people. Okay? Oh, gosh. Florida's amazing. They're still doing it in Minnesota. Actually, though, they got rid of the mandate, but they still do. Okay. This is unreal, though. I mean, $26 a pound. Hey, look who showed up on my chat. Looky there. Woo! Hi, Brian. Anyways, I actually have a few cows. I raise my own cows. So everybody say hi to Brian. Matt, you still didn't. I didn't see the comment of which subscriber you were. I think it was 37 or something, Matt. But anyhow, yeah. Everybody misses you. So we'll miss you too, Judy. But yeah. Look, we're just. I will. Like I said, I'm going to cover different subjects over here. So this has always been what this channel is. And, I want to know, he got some amazing tweets, folks. I don't like Twitter, but, hey, it's just another tool, but it's just become such a ghost yard over there. And by the way, yeah, Shamrock, folks. I actually ran into there was a police chase video, and I ran into her over there. She had commented, and we actually then she commented back on my comment. But let's see. You want to barter some seeds or clones? It is. Oh my gosh. So I go over there, and it's so hard because I do go over there for certain news. I almost said something I couldn't. Anyways, I go over there for certain news about certain things. And while I'm there looking for certain things, certain news, I would look at the comments. There he is. That is it. Subscriber number 45. He was way early on, folks. Thanks, Matt. And then fart book. I've never heard it called that. I call it fake book and fascist book. Anyways, I don't know. He can answer that question himself. He could probably chime in. The where was I at? Oh wow, from Pakistan. Look at that. Hey, smash that subscribe, smash that like for me, please, folks. Okay. I'll get that back up here. And yeah, so I modded Matt one day. I just saw him in a chat because he's always been there. He actually he's so great. He sent me a mask actually from Trump Tower. So I've never worn it because okay, good. See, folks, I'm telling you, if you're only following any of us in one spot, it doesn't work. I'm sorry. You cannot trust. That is just like Parler trusting Amazon. That was the dumbest move they ever made. I couldn't believe when they actually got shut down off of there. I thought, what kind of idiot only would trust Amazon? My gosh. Really? I mean, folks, we got to be smarter. We've got to be smarter. Let's see here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay. Oh, there it is. Thank you. There it is. Heuristic of or relating to speculative formation serving as a guide in the investigation of a solution or problem. Thank you, Trip. Thank you. Trip is awesome. I actually talk with Trip on the phone quite a bit. But yes, heuristic. That's it. I kept forgetting the silly word. Yeah, we are constantly in need of coming up with new ways to fight certain things, and it is an information battle, folks. That's what it is. Yes, exactly. There it is. Yeah, thanks, Trip. I'll give you a call. I got to get on these other things. I got to, one of the things that I want to do is get these websites set up. But again, it's all in due time. I thought, here we go. I'm on all of those, except I don't have a channel created on Telegram. I've got to do that. I'm on there, but I don't have a channel created. I'll have to talk with you, Brian, about that. And because I tried to create a channel and I ended up creating a group. I did it wrong. So this is so totally true, folks. It's one of the things I'm going to cover on this channel. Absolutely one of the things. Okay. That's obviously Bombay. There, I'll put that back up. I think it's just CanCon on Odyssey. Yeah, that's yep. So this is great. Okay, so here's the thing. Since we're on this subject, we're going to talk about this because yes, I understand what you're saying. Well, so right now, YouTube is kind of the go-to because we will not, and Brian will attest to this, we cannot get the same number of views anywhere else. I'm totally serious. It doesn't matter. I've asked people, I told people, follow me here, follow me there, whatever. It hasn't worked up to this point. Now, I did notice that the day Brian disappeared, my locals went up a lot in comparison to what it was. I mean, a couple hundred. I mean, I've only got 400 subs on locals. And I don't post everything there all the time. So the, that's the thing is, I can't, where was I? Getting spread thin, where do you go? So, so far, it's like if you want to get your message out, this is still where you get it out. But Odyssey backs everything of mine up. I'll connect this channel to it as well. But they back everything up. But the thing is, there's not the option to. I mean, they say they kind of monetize you over there, but they really don't, because it's a cryptocurrency that you can't spend anywhere. That's the Odyssey rule. Hey, look at this, folks. I got a call coming in from Marcus D. Let's put him on speaker. Hi, Marcus.
Hey, sorry to cut you off earlier there, man.
No.
I was kind of in a pinch with my
Hey,
kids.
Marcus, you're live, man. I'm doing live streaming right now on Neil of the North, but we're not talking about anything too dangerous here, except for because this is my other channel, my friend. That's I don't want them to say that I subverted the rules and then went and talked about that over there. So.
Hey, I'm happy to be on Neil of the North.
Yeah, so you're on Neil of the North. We're talking a little bit about because I'm going to be doing some shows over here. Everybody's chatting in. Hi, Marcus. They all like you, Marcus.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
So, just letting them know that the other channel is down, and they're going to have to wait a week before they hear my great updates on those subjects.
Maybe there's a masked man that could come on the Exposure show. I don't know, not naming any names here, but that could just, potentially a guy who lives in Minnesota come on, and just a random person talking about, the current events of the day. I don't know.
Well, that might just work. You might find me on Marcus's channel if you haven't subscribed. Oh, look at this. Brian didn't even know. Yes, sir, Brian. I sure did.
Yeah. They're falling like flies. It's one by one. Everyone's just getting taken out.
It's unreal. So, anyways, but Hancon's all worried about me now. But yeah. So, anyways, it's just what it is. But anyways. That's all. Yeah, no, that's you can't. This is a completely different channel, my friend. This is we don't talk about the same issues over here. So, but anyhow,
2021, man.
Oh, interesting. So, all right, man. Well, apparently I gotta get off. He's just all over me. CanCon is so.
Telling you to get off the air.
Yeah.
He's always looking out for a brother.
All right, man. Well, hey, folks, I'll let you fly. We'll catch you on the flip side, all right? Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Here, you can hold on, Marcus.